beautiful friends, and welcome back to our lessons from englishlime. So today we are going to talk about adjectives. All of you know what adjective means, right? So we will talk about the degrees of adjectives. As you can see from the board, there are two types of degrees: comparative and superlative. First, I will write the structure and then I will give examples so you'll understand better how to make it. So let's take comparative degree. If you want to make a comparative form of adjective, you have to add some specific ending. For example, you have an adjective. I will write adjective, any adjective. And you have to add the ending er, right? Plus, there are another type of adjectives I will explain to you later that has different form. So we have to write like that. We use the word more and we use our adjective, any adjective that you want. And superlative degree, the structure is a little bit different. So again, here we also have an adjective. I will write it. And the ending will be est, or another type of adjective. Construction is different. So we will start with the word the most, and our adjective, right? So you can have this type or this type, but I want to tell you that these type of adjectives are regular. Plus, we will have irregular adjectives. I will talk about them later, not to confuse you. All right, now we know the structure, like visually you can see how to make it. Now I will write some examples, okay? So let's see our examples. For example, I will make the table like that. For example, it's enough, I think. So here we will have bare adjectives. Bare adjective means like the first form, the zero form of an adjective, like you didn't change it, right? Next, we will have, let me write like that. We will have comparative degree. I will write just comparative. And finally, we will have superlative. Superlative. So, I will give you the easiest adjective. The first one is, for example, fast. Let me write it. Fast. So this is a simple adjective, and you see we will use this construction. So if you want to say that something is faster, right, you have to add er. So we have faster. So let me underline it for you, right? Plus, here we should use the word than. I will explain why. Than shows you with what you compare. So you compare something to something, right? For example, I will write the sentence for you. I can run faster than you. Can you see from the example that you compare yourself to someone? I can run faster than you. There is a comparison between me and you, right? So that's why we have ER, because you compare. I can run faster. Very easy. Next one, let's take the adjective, very easy one, cheap. Right? If you don't know the translation of these words, you can translate them by your own. Cheap. So again, the same construction will be cheaper. Cheaper. Right? So the example sentence, going by bus, going to work by bus is cheaper than going by a taxi, right? So let me write it. Going to work by bus is cheaper than going by taxi. Again, we compare going to work to going by taxi. By bus is cheaper, right? So it is cheaper, ER. Very easy construction. You just add ER to the adjective. Now, my friends, let's talk about the other types of adjectives, that there are some differences in writing rules. So, let me write it here. Old. So it's also the same. I want to show that it's a little bit shorter, right? Short adjective, old. Just one syllable, old. And we have 3 letters. Again, the same thing, you will add ER. So ER at the end, older. I have to clean this, all right? Older. I will write it a bit upper. So, for example, London is older than New York. So there is a comparison between London and New York. So London is older than New York. Again, the same rule. Even if it's short, you have ed, right? But there is one more thing. For example, we have one more adjective like big. Also, one syllable, big, right? 3 letters, 1, 2, 3. But when we make comparative degree, we have to double the letter G. So, you see, ER, ER. So we added one more G. So what is the difference between these 2 adjectives? The difference is, if you have here vowel and then consonant, then you have to add the consonant. You have to double it. But here we have 2 consonants. Do you remember vowels? What is it? Vowel means E, O, A, U, right? Like this kind of long sounds. And consonant means J, T, K, M, N, like it stops, right? There is no long voice, right? So that's why bigger, but older, normal, right? Bigger, redder, hotter, right? So you double the last consonant. For example, Canada is bigger than France. Let me write it. Canada is bigger than France. So Canada is bigger than France. We have ER and we have double G. So, right? The next one, the next example. So, it is nice. I will write it down and I will explain why it's a little bit different. Nice. So first, I will clean these sentences. Nice. Again, the same structure. You have to add ER, but you already have E. So that's why you just add R. Super easy. Nicer. Right? You don't add any extra E. Nice. You already have E plus R. Nicer. For example, this new bag is nicer than your old bag. The bag that we put our stuff in it, right? The books or anything. The bag. For example, this new bag is nicer than your old bag. So there is a comparison between new bag and old bag. And this new bag is nicer, right? It is more beautiful, like nicer, better, and so on. Nicer, right? And one more example with a different written rule. Friendly. So as I told you, you can translate it if you don't know the translation. Friendly, friendly. So it's about character maybe, right? You see that at the end we have Y letter. So if you have Y letter, right? Let me explain it here. So Y letter will change into I and plus ER, right? So what do we have here? We will have friend, we change into I, so you don't write it. Friendlier. Friendlier, right? And the example, John is friendlier than Bob. So let me write it first. John is friendlier than Bob. So there are two boys, John and Bob. There is a comparison between them, but John is friendlier, right? Friendlier. You see, Y changes into I plus ER. Super easy, right? All right, we will continue with the next examples. So I will clean it. These are, we call them kind of a short adjectives. But sometimes we have long adjectives. What does it mean, long adjective? It means you have 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 syllables, right? For example, fast, cheap, old, big, friendly. 2 syllables, but still, it's a short one. Sometimes we have 3 syllables. For example, expensive, beautiful, interesting, right? Necessary, 4, 3 syllables. So they are long adjectives. Let me write the one here. Expensive. expensive. So when you have long adjectives like 3 or maybe even 2, 3 or 4 syllables, you have to use this construction, right? So here we don't add er because the adjective is already long, right? You can't say expensiver. So you just add this helping word more. So and we have here more expensive. More expensive. Let me write the example. A 5-star hotel is more expensive than a 2-star hotel. A 5-star hotel is more expensive than a 2-star hotel. So here you see our adjective and we added the word more because it's already a long one, expensive. So a 5-star hotel usually as a rule is more expensive than a 2-star hotel, right? Super easy actually. So and now I will give you one more example with this long like 3 or 4 syllable adjective. So first I will clean this sentence. You can copy it if you want. All right. So the adjective will be comfortable. Comfortable. So what do you think? Which construction we will use? This one or this one? I think we'll use this one, right? Again, because how many syllables we have? Comfortable. Comfortable, right? Long adjective. That's why we use our helping word more. So again, the same structure. More comfortable. Okay, plus we don't forget our helping word than to show that we compare something. So, for example, working at home is more comfortable than working in an office, right? Working at home is more comfortable than working in an office. You see from this example that we compare working at home to working in an office. And working at home is more comfortable than working in an office, right? We have here our adjective, normal adjective, and we have helping word more, right? So long adjectives. So you can see from these rules like that, we can define it like that, right? The structure where we use er plus, right? And the structure where we use more. So two types of adjectives, er and more. Long adjectives, short adjectives, plus they have some rules like double consonants, plus just r, changing y into I, right? Here you can see, and just, for example, plus er. So here we talked about comparative degree. Comparative degree. I think it's super easy. Now, my friends, we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 adjectives. Your task will be the following. Try to write your sentences comparing to something. You can use different adjectives also, no problem. But for this time, you can use these different adjectives or these adjectives that we talked today. Like fast, cheap, old, big, nice, friendly, expensive, comfortable, or you can change them. Your task is to make as many examples as possible. Try to connect with your real life. What is more comfortable? What is more expensive? This bag is more expensive, right? Or I don't know, Ferrari is more expensive than Toyota. I don't know if you are interested in cars. Or this dress is more comfortable or it's more expensive than that dress. Or who is friendly among your friends? You are friendlier or your friend is friendlier? Make sentences from your real life and as usual repeat them loudly. Okay? Repeat, repeat and repeat. So this is for comparative degree. In the next lesson we will talk about superlative degree, right? Now your task to make example sentences. Thank you very much and see you later. Bye.